Hello and welcome to another Stamp with Amy K YouTube Live. And today I am here to show you a fun little card that I made with the Stampin' Up! Endless Love stamp set bundle. This is one of the new upcoming items from the January to April 2026 mini catalog. And oh my goodness, I can see that I'm crazily crooked on the screen. I tried to fix it before I went live, and I don't know why I can't ever get it right. Hopefully that's a little better. I'll try to, yeah, anyway. So, all right. So, hey, Karen, thanks for hopping in. So, this is one of the new stamp set bundles that is going to be in the mini catalog. Ordering will start for everybody on the 6th of January. But demonstrators, the pre-order has already started, and I have mine, obviously, and was doing some playing around with it. So, and I love it. And I thought it would be fun to make a fun fold card. During the week of Thanksgiving, I don't know if Valentine seemed appropriate, I guess. No, I'm finally done making all of my Christmas cards. Now, don't ask me whether I have them sent because I don't. They're not in the mail, but they're made. So I'm moving along from the Christmas cards onto new fun things from the upcoming catalog and the upcoming. So you'll be seeing some new stuff from me, and I'm sure I'll mix in some of the other things as well. But as we get closer to the end of the year, I'll be making more and more new things with new stuff. So hi, Pam and Sally and Terry and Danette and Judy. Thanks everybody for hopping in. It's cloudy and just started to kind of sprinkle a little here at my house in New Jersey. So the weather is not awesome outside, but I'll take the little sprinkles and cool rain over snow any day. So no complaining there. All right. So this is the card we are making today. And again, it's a really quick and easy little fun fold, and it's sort of held closed by a little ribbon here. So you unfold this part and then you unfold this part, and that's the inside of the card. So again, a really quick and easy, just a little bit of a different, it's a standard size card base, just a little different scoring and layering on it than what a typical base would have. And then I thought it was fun to add a little bit of ribbon since we had some. So there we go. So that is the card. Endless Love is the name of the stamp set, and it's obviously very Valentine-y. Again, you could use it maybe for an anniversary or something like that as well, because there's, just the sending love and that sort of thing in it. And it's one of those mix and match sentiment ones. So you can pick 6 inches of snow and 500 accidents yesterday. That does not sound like very much fun, Shannon. So you can keep that where you are. We don't need that here. I'm not ready for 6 inches of snow in New Jersey. So, all right. So this is the stamp set, some cute little hearts in it. Again, just some nice sentiments. It is bundled together with a die set, and obviously I used the large heart die as well as this just open heart die. There are the little arrows on here. There are some little hearts you can die cut. This tag actually fits most of the smaller the Today and Always and the Hugs and Kisses will fit in this little tag. Then this is actually a little heart tag that will die cut, and then you've got your X's and O's, arrows, I think I already said those, and then this is kind of like a delicate little, I don't know, lined heart die cut. It looks similar to this stamped image on here, but this is just a die cut of the little swirly parts of the heart. All right. Oh, you're in Canada. Okay, yikes. Yeah, like I said, you can keep that up north. I definitely am not ready for that down here. So, all right. So again, this is Endless Love, and it will be available to order starting on the 6th of January in the upcoming mini catalog. And if you're a customer of mine, I mailed those out on Friday. So hopefully I know I've heard from a couple of you that you've already received your catalogs. So I'm happy to hear they're hitting mailboxes, and hopefully everyone will have theirs very soon. So, all right, so let's get going. A couple other things to tell you about before we start on the card. Stampin' Up! Is doing their Black Friday sale, which I'll talk about in just a second, but I'm adding on top of that a Stamp with Amy K double reward points ordering bonus. Any order of $50 or greater placed through me between today and the end of December 1st, whatever midnight December 1st, whatever that is, you're going to be getting double points from me. So my reward points work is normally you get 1 reward point for every $50 that you purchase. And then once you collect 8 of those points, you get a free $40 order of your choice from me. Right now, if you order $50, you're actually going to get 2 of those reward points, or $100, you'll get 4 of the reward points. So, so yeah, you can just earn some free product from me a little bit faster. Details are on my blog, which is stampwithamyk.com. Let me know if you have questions, and I'm happy to answer those. I'm also, in addition to that, still doing the reverse advent calendar. Today, I am having a horrible time keeping up with what day it is. I should have just left it as the 1st to the 24th of December, but I was trying to get the food to the food bank earlier, and I keep putting the wrong information. Today, it's actually, for anybody that orders from me, I'm going to be donating a dessert mix of some sort, whether that's a cake mix or a cookie mix or whatever, to the food bank. Yesterday, it was a can of tuna, and somehow I got the two mushed together, and anyway, so either way, it's changing. So reverse advent calendar, I'm basically, for every day, for the 24 days that would normally be in an advent calendar, I'm going to be donating a particular item to the food bank, so they'll get kind of a wide variety of things from me for every order that I receive. So again, details for this are on my blog, which is stampwithamyk.com. Black Friday sale from Stampin' Up! Is going on. I am going to tell you that things are selling out quickly. Some of them, before I even woke up this morning, were already on back order. But the trimmer, last time I looked, was still on sale for 40% off. The blades, I believe, are still available for 40% off. And the scoring blade, I think, is on back order. But the regular blades, I believe, were still available. Then there are some adhesives that are on sale for 25% off. And I think the only cardstock color left, again, last time I looked, was Very Vanilla. That was 15% off. So again, things are selling out quickly. The sale does technically run through the 1st of December. So go on and grab those. Blends are what I'm seeing. They seem to have lots of inventory of those. So go grab your blends. And at 40% off, they're a screaming deal. So get a bunch of those and you'll be happily coloring away. All right, Cyber Monday, December 1st to 9th, Stampin' Up! Is doing a Cyber Monday paper pumpkin sale. So there are some awesome deals. Again, the 3-month prepaid is normally $81. And, oh, the blades are sold out. Okay. Thanks, Karen, for the update. I've been trying to keep up, and I keep checking it, and things are moving in and out of inventory, so it's a little hard to keep up with it all. But check the online store. You'll see the big black banner up at the top. Just click on it, and you'll go right to the sale page. Normally the 3-month prepaid kits are $81. They're going to be on sale from the 1st to the 9th of December for $61. The 6-month is normally $162. It'll be on sale for $122, and then 12-month is normally $324. They'll be on sale for $244. So a really good deal on those kits. If you are like me and love getting them, definitely go and grab that. If you are a current Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can still take advantage of the sale. You'll just want to put your current subscription on hold or cancel it completely before you purchase the prepaid subscription, so that you don't end up getting duplicate kits unless you want to get duplicates. Just know that you're going to get more than one if you have more than one Paper Pumpkin subscription active at a time. So again, let me know if you have questions about that. And I think that's about it. All right, let's get rolling on the card after all that yakking. Okay, it's a pretty quick and easy card, which you'll be happy to know after listening to me carry on for 8 minutes now. So card base, this is real red, and it is a 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 2 3/4. Oops, I guess I got it the wrong way around. 2 3/4, and then again at 7. So again, 2 3/4 and 7. Measurements will all be on my blog tomorrow, so don't worry about trying to keep up with what's what on the measurements. But yeah, so there are 2 score lines on the card base. Then I've got a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock that measures 2.5 by 5 1/4. And then this is a piece of and I've already forgotten the name of it. It's in the suite with the endless. Made with Love, I think, is the name of the designer series paper, but it's definitely a really cute pack. All the Valentine colors in there. This is 2 5/8 by 5 1/8, and we're just going to stick these two together with a little Stampin' seal. I'm pretty sure it's Made with Love is the name of the paper. Dang it, and I had it in my head and I was going to write it down, and I already forgot, but all good. It'll be on the blog tomorrow, the name of it, and you'll be able to grab it on the 6th of January. So It is made with love. Okay, that's what I thought. Karen's always my backup lady. She looks up all kinds of things for me while I'm busy yakking. So, all right, and then we got another piece of the Made with Love Designer Series paper. This is cut to 1 1/8 inches by 5 1/8 inches. And then we're going to adhere it to a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock that measures 1 1/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. All right, just adhering it together with a little Stampin' Seal. Then we're going to take the card, and this is going to be actually, it's sort of backwardsy looking right now, but this is actually going to be the left-hand side of my card. And here's my score line at 2 3/4. And we're just going to take this piece of Designer Series paper, the layered one, and come on, Stampin' Seal, there we go. And we'll layer those together here with the Stampin' Seal, and I'm just centering it between the top and the bottom and the edge of it and the score line. And then same thing over here. Now, if you have directional paper, you're going to want to pay attention to which way you put this on, just so that your card opens up. Like if you put it on like this, your card is going to have upside down hearts on this side. So just be aware, if you have directional paper, you need to pay attention to which way you're putting it on the card front. This piece doesn't matter at all. This one with the hearts going, in one particular direction, you'll want to keep an eye on that. So there we go. Stampin' Seal. We're just going to, again, do the same thing. Just going to adhere it here, centering it from top to bottom and between the side and the score line here. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're actually going to decorate the inside of the card first. So I'm going to grab a piece of basic white cardstock, and this is cut to 4 by 5 1/4, so just your standard cardstock panel for the inside of the card. And let me grab my Flirty Flamingo ink, and I've got the Sending You sentiment here, again from the Endless Love stamp set bundle. Inking it up with Flirty Flamingo, and we're going to stamp that right up here, Sending You, and then I'm going to close that one up and grab the Love sentiment, and we're going to grab Real Red ink, and I will ink that up. And again, we're just going to center and hopefully get it on here kind of straight. There we go. And then the final thing that I added to the inside was the little kind of grouping of hearts that is in the stamp set. Again, throwing things around, called Endless Love. Bubble Bath is the ink that we're going to use to stamp the little hearts in. So we're going to stamp a little set of hearts here on the right-hand side, and then another little set of hearts down here on the left-hand side. And I know they're kind of hard to see, but you definitely can see them in person. All right, going to grab this, and we're going to adhere this to the inside of the card base. And whoop, there we go. Just want to check and make sure that I've got it in here the right way around. And again, I'm just centering this top to bottom and then between the score lines. So there we go. That's the inside of the card, quick and easy there. Then we're going to fold over the one side, grab the bone folder and give it a quick crease here. I may actually flip it over and give it another good crease here. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold it closed. See how straight I got my score lines. And then flip it over and do the same thing again. All right, so card base is mostly done. The next thing that I did was I took the large heart die. Let me show you which one that was. So this heart die from the Endless Love dies, and I just cut a piece of basic white cardstock with it. Now, when you look at it, it initially kind of looks like it might be even on either side. It in fact is not, and it's designed to be kind of a, I don't know, crookedy, lopsidey type heart. So I just took it and kind of turned it a little bit like that so that it would fit nicely on the card front. And then we're going to stamp the sentiments on here. So let me grab Real Red ink. That's the one I'm going to start with since the Valentine sentiment is the larger one on here. Get my hair off of there. So I'm going to take that and we're going to stamp it right about there. I want to have room to stamp Happy and room to stamp Day around it. So Real Red ink is what we're using to stamp in. And I think we'll go about like that. And my stamp does have there's a little hair defect in it. I already called Stamp It Up. They're sending me a new one. But I went ahead and did the video anyway. I figured that my new set will come, and yours probably won't have a hair on it, but mine has a little extra ink, so a little extra love is what we'll call that. All right, then I've got Flirty Flamingo, and we're going to stamp the happy and the day around it. All right, so we'll stamp the happy up above, and then the day down on the lower right side. And I'm going to try to straighten this out a little bit, try to get it on there kind of straight. I don't know how successful I was at that, but it'll be good enough. All right. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of place this here on my card front so that I know generally where I want it to be. And then I'm going to grab my spool of ribbon, and it's coming undone all kinds of crazy. And then I want to make it so it needs to be doubled up, obviously, because we're going to tie a bow. And I'm going to make it probably be much longer than it needs to be. So it's probably, I don't know, 20 inches or so of the ribbon that I'm going to start with. I can always trim it down, but as I'm well known for, if you cut it too short, it's not as easy to fix it once you've cut it too short. So, all right. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull a little bit to one side, just because, again, I'm going to wrap a little piece of it around the edge of this card. So it needs to be a little bit longer on the back side, a little bit shorter on the front side. And I'm going to generally just lay it over the card base here. We're going to put some adhesive on the back of the heart. Again, I'm going to take my heart so that I generally know I need to put adhesive on this side of it and make sure I don't put any on this side so that I don't accidentally stick my card shut. So I just need to keep it over here on the larger part of the heart. And I'm going to grab a little stamp, upside down Stampin' Seal. And we're going to put a couple lines of it on there so that we get lots of adhesive on it, so that I don't have any boo-boos with it where I don't stick it down well enough and then things come undone. All right, and I'm sliding it down to about, I don't know, about a third of the way up the card is about what I'm guessing on it. I don't know. I didn't do any specific. Here, let's stick the trimmer or the paper snips top to it. All right, now I'm just going to basically take my heart. And the heart is what I'm using to stick down the ribbon. So I want to make sure that I press down really well over that adhesive over the ribbon. And then that's what's going to hold my ribbon to the card front. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this around the edge here, and we will tie a little bow again. Oop, tying a little bow. There we go. Fingers working. And obviously you can see the placement of my bow. Well, you probably can't because it's all undone over on the other one. The placement of the bow was a little bit different on my other card, which is just fine. It lands where it lands. Then we're going to trim off the extra ribbon here to get them somewhat even. All right. And then we just have a couple more hearts to add, and the card's going to be all done. And I realized I did not get any real red cardstock out, so I'm going to need to grab some of that. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and get the heart stamped on the basic white cardstock. So I've got Flirty Flamingo ink again, and this is kind of the little diagonal lined heart, and just need basic white cardstock. I think it'll fit on there like that pretty well. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut that, and then grab some real red cardstock while I'm die cutting it. This is the die that I'm going to be using, which again, this one initially looks like it's an even heart, but it's not. Again, it's kind of a crazily crooked one. It's smaller on one side than the other. So as you're lining it up on here, just know that it's not a perfectly symmetrical heart. So, all right, gonna go run this through the die cutting machine, and we'll grab some of that real red cardstock and do a little heat embossing. All right, whoop, come on, maybe. Okay, there we go. I think I got it on there. Oop, this one, I think I have it. All right, so there's heart number one. And grab some real red cardstock here. And we will do the second heart. And we're going to heat emboss that one. So I'm going to grab my little embossing buddy and give it a rub over the cardstock to hopefully remove any of the excess fingerprints and, I don't know, static or whatever from the image or from the paper, so that I hopefully don't end up with a lot of extra flecks of the embossing powder. And then we're going to ink up the little kind of double-lined heart here. Again, this is from the Endless Love stamp set. And we're just going to stamp it in Versamark ink. And then I will grab some of the Basics Wow embossing powders. And this is the white one. So when you order the embossing powder, it comes as a set of 3. You'll get white, clear, and black in it. And so you get all 3 of them in the package. There's a metallics one also that's got the copper, gold, and silver in it. There we go. And then I'm going to put the lid back on this before I go about heat embossing so that hopefully I don't end up spilling that everywhere. Let me grab my heat tool here. So the Stampin' Up! Heat tool has got 2 settings on it. There's a level 1 setting for drying. So if you're doing something like watercoloring and want to speed up the drying process a little bit, you can turn it on the level 1 setting. It doesn't get quite as hot as the level 2 setting does, which that one is for heat embossing. They're both hot, so don't put your hand in front of it either way, but the level 2 setting is definitely a little hotter. It does take just a second to heat up, so I'm just giving it a minute, pointing it away from my project here, letting it heat up while I'm yakking. Then we're going to turn it here towards the project and just wait for the embossing powder to turn that shiny white, kind of bright white. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. And you want to keep the heat tool moving so that you don't accidentally burn your embossing powder, because then it turns all dull and brown and not very pretty. There you go. And then you also want to give it a second when you're done heat embossing with it to cool off, because if you touch it right away, you will definitely smear it, which is not fun. Again, how do I know all these things? Because I've done it lots of times. So, all right, giving this a second, and then we're going to grab that same heart die, and I'm going to go run this through the die cutting machine, so I will be right back. All right. Oop, there you go. Come on, there. Hey, I thought I had it on here. Come on. All right. And then there is our second little heart die cut. So let me go back to my card front here, and I'm going to put this heart on with a little bit of Stampin' Seal, or you can use mini glue dots or liquid adhesive if you would prefer. I like my Stampin' Seal, so that's what I'm going to use. And I think we'll kind of turn this one like that. Well, now I'm going to overlap it a little more, I think. More like this. There we go. I think I like that better. Let me see. Yep, like that one better. All right, so we'll smoosh that down. And then I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. These are my little half chopped up Stampin' Dimensionals. And we're going to put those on the back of the Real Red Heart. And I'm going to be a little careful again not to put adhesive way over to the edge of it, because it just might get caught. I don't think it will, but it may catch on the opening of the card. And I want to make sure that I don't accidentally glue my card shut. So, all right. We're going to go over here, and we're going to tuck this one in around the pink heart and around the word day. We're going to scoot it down just a little bit so that the full word day shows on there. And then the last thing that I used were a couple of the delightful decorative dots, and these are Real Red in color. So I used one of the larger ones down here, one of the small ones down here, and then the medium-sized one over here on the pink heart. And we'll kind of smoosh those down. And that's it for the card. So super quick and easy. Hey, thanks for hopping in, Phyllis. Glad you're here. So this is the card. The inside of the card, again, has got the Sending You Love on it. And it's a little fun fold card. So here's my original one, and then the one we made today. Again, where the ribbon and the heart land exactly just sort of depends on where you place them on the card front. So may end up with it a little bit higher like this one, a little bit lower like this one. All good. Still a fun fold, still fun to make, and hope you like it. So again, this bundle will be available to order starting on the 6th of January. So you'll be able to get it then. If you're a demonstrator, you can certainly pre-order it now. If you're not a demonstrator but want to get your hands on it early, you can join the team as a demonstrator and then be able to order from the pre-order items. So the pre-order items are all out there on the starter kit as an option. So you can add pre-order items, and then if you didn't get it all in your starter kit, then you actually can go ahead and put in a pre-order on top of that and get your 20% discount. So let me know if you have questions about anything. I appreciate y'all being here. I know it's a busy, busy week. Just a reminder, again, I will not be live on Friday since it's Black Friday, and I know y'all will be out shopping anyway, and I will be too. So I am not going to be going live on Friday, so I'll plan to see you around 2 o'clock Eastern Time next week, Tuesday, with another project. So thanks for joining. Again, details for this one will be on my blog tomorrow, which is stampwithamyk.com, and then I'll link directly to the blog post once it goes live around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. So liking this bundle, it's really a good one, Pam. So yep, and everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy all the pie. Have a couple extra slices for me because I'm all about the pie. The rest of the food, it's good, but I'm all about the pie. All right, have a great week, and we will chat with you all soon, and we'll